Throwing to start the drive. Purcell. And his first look is incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. Back to throw. Purcell. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on third down, Purcell. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Operating from the gun, Purcell. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bennett.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Looking to throw. Purcell.
That's caught. It's Josh Downs.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Up the middle they go. Bennett. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
7 yards there and a first down. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football
as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
7 yards there and a first down. A handoff now for Pacheco. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run with Pacheco. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Pacheco. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Pacheco. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Purcell. And this is going to be incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 43 yards on the punt. Return of 4. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there, so now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown! Xavier Worthy, 25 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Purcell. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Mahomes now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw on second down, Purcell. And this taken in by Downs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Purcell. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The final shot before break. Purcell throwing the out route and complete. It's Bowers. So we reach halftime. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Pacheco. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Now a run with Pacheco. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Now they try with Pacheco. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. This now a 3rd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have...
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
to start the drive. Purcell.
That complete to Downs.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with his sack. Here's 3rd and 3.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bennett. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. What a run. 79 yards on the punt return.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Purcell.
That is caught.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Flush to his right. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Purcell. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Greenwood. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Downs.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And one thing we do know, they will be a part of the playoffs come January. They have clinched the AFC West.
And that feels good for them, but they feel like their work is far from done because as it stands right now, they won't have the first-round bye. But a lot of teams will tell you, that's okay with us. We just want to get to the playoffs and wreak havoc from that point on.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
This is Pacheco.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
107 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Here's Pacheco once again.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Purcell. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing on first down. Purcell looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a play fake here on first down.
That's going to be taken in by Downs.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time. Back to throw again.
Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
2nd and 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now is 2nd and 10.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I